Hey everyone, if you like our content and want to help us grow our channel, you can support us on Patreon, where you also get exclusive behind the scenes content. Otherwise, follow us on these social media platforms where you can help support us. A little goes a long way. Enjoy the rest of this video. Good evening everyone, and welcome to another Nonocat video. Today we'll be taking a look at the TMC MP17 kit. Let's take a look.
Shots at the enemy, I'm gonna make it to the top, leave a legacy. If I got something to say, you better let me speak. Turn it up a new degree, bitch, you ain't seen anything. I pop off with the new rock, electronic, blow the sonic roof up. I'm too honest when I take a few shots. They're too toxic, need to take the new stuff. And you cannot save me, cause I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing, all here for the taking. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots. You are not as tough that you never guess. I don't slack, don't lose, learn your lesson yet. When I get to choose what I do, I'm like a weapon. I'm not sharp as many, but got hard. I'm ready to change scars to envy, to win large and plenty. I like to play fast, never change back. Calling out, I'll pay back, cause I'm great at that. You cannot save me, cause I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing, all here for the taking. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough beating. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots. You were not as tough though.
So what is the MP17 and what is its design purpose? So the MP17 is essentially a chassis system for the M17 or P320 pistol, utilizing its modular FCU unit. This creates a much lightweight and compact unit as opposed to a traditional pistol carbine kit, and it still allows the user to shoulder the weapon as well as being lightweight enough to be holstered on the hip. Due to the lightweight and compact design, the MP17 still offers the same ability as a pistol, yet when shouldered can still offer you the same quicker follow-up shots as well as quicker sight acquisition as a pistol carbine kit would. The effectiveness can also be utilized with one hand, hold that thought, or two hands, and it can also hold two magazines without compromising its compact sizing, effectively offering you more firepower. Now the MP17 can be carried with a sling with its QD sling mount, otherwise with a QD holster, essentially placing a complete PDW system on your hip as opposed to just a standard sidearm. Now the stock itself can be deployed single-handedly and the system fired single-handedly. Now the VFC M17 pistol is an essential part of the kit itself, so the overall performance of the MP17 will be relying on the gas blowback pistol itself. So let's take a look at what the VFC M17 performs like. So we're gonna do an accuracy test on the MP17. So this is completely stock, and we're about 20 meters away. So we'll just do a distance meter test from about the bore of the barrel. So that is looking about 20 meters away. All right, so this will be shot at a supported sort of position, and we're using 0.28 gram BBs and green gas. Shall we give it a go? Okay. So that's 10 shots. Let's go check out the results. All right, so let's start marking it. So we have a one that fell all the way here. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I mean, that kind of looks like 2, right? Maybe 10. So definitely hit the foam. So benefit of the doubt if we did hit there twice. That's some pretty good grouping. So we did have one that fell short, and this was at 20 meters away with a stock setup. Nothing has been modified, and we're using 0.28 gram BBs and green gas with this. So pretty good results, All right, so let's test the gas efficiency on the SIG with the MP17 kit. So it is currently 14 degrees out here in Auckland. So, whoops, there we go. All right, so it is a little bit warmer inside, but you get the idea. So it's winter in Auckland, New Zealand right now, and let's give this thing a go. All right, so we'll fill this mag up with green gas and loaded some rounds. Let's see how many rounds it can do with one fill of mag. Let's test the gas efficiency. So we've got the SIG here set up in the Flux kit, and we've got a steel barrel with the Harrington Airsoft Replica compensator. Let's give it a go. Right. So that's 28 rounds. Let's use that same magazine. Put a little bit more rounds in there. Right. So it's 56 rounds, and it's actually locked back, but we can feel that it's actually slowing down, and the mag is pretty cold. Let's keep going though. That's pretty good. That's already 2 mags. Right. $75, $76, $78, $79, $80, $81, $82. That didn't feed around. I think we'll just call it 82. But it just didn't lock back, but there's still a bit of gas in there. So, you know what? Let me just hold this mag and just give it a bit of a warm up real quick. And then we'll just load some rounds and keep going. So that's 82 on the count. But we actually fired a couple more rounds in without any BBs coming out. It just didn't lock back. So let's warm that real quick. That gas performance is actually quite astounding. It's actually surprising me. So that's really cool. All right, we've warmed it just ever so slightly. I think my hands are just frozen right now. Pop that in. 83, 4, 5, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 91. That's really something. Almost 4 words. Amazing gas performance. All right, let's quickly have a look at what we've done with a kit. We'll start from the tip. So here we have a compensator that comes with a threaded steel barrel. We've added a light to it, and we've added a charging handle. So the charging handle is really useful, and we've added a steel mac release. And with the optic, we've added a custom Picatinny mount and added a raised optic. Now here we have the K-Tactical keychain mount and added a sushi keychain. We've also added a QD sling mount, and I think that's all we've done with it. So yeah, a few customizations we've done to the kit. Now let's talk about the 5 pros or advantages of the MP17. Number 1. What impressed us the most was the cold weather performance and the gas efficiency of the pistol. The M17 pistol performed brilliantly under subpar conditions, as you guys can see with the night vision video. And we were actually using this particular pistol under some subpar conditions of about 3 to 5 degrees Celsius, and it managed to shoot every single round after the magazine and still lock back. That was pretty impressive. Now with the gas efficiency, we managed to test it to shoot 91 shots with 1 fill of gas during an Auckland winter, and we were really impressed by that. Number 2. We were really impressed by the design of the FCU block. The VFC managed to replicate the same FCU design as the real M17 pistol. This allows the user to remove the entire FCU with the removal of 1 takedown lever and no tools required. Due to the modularity of the FCU, this allows the creation of the MP17 that we see here today. Number 3. The MP17's design is effective to its purpose. The spring-loaded stock can be shouldered, increasing your agility and accuracy of shot placements, and the backup mag holder effectively offering you more firepower. Now this is all done without compromising its mobility and its ability to be holstered. If this is not obvious enough throughout this video, this is the highlight of the MP17. Number 4. Now the VFC M17 pistol kicks very hard and is very snappy even on green gas, and it performs even better with matte gas. Now the VFC M17 also offers you CO2 magazine options, and to me that is our 4th advantage. Number 5. Last but not least, the MP17 kit allows the user to mount an optic onto the frame itself, as opposed to mounting it on the slide. The advantage of this is that the optic does not move with the reciprocating slide, allowing the user to track the dot much more easier, allowing for quicker and more accurate follow-up shots. The other advantage is that it does not add additional weight to the slide cycle itself, allowing for a much more quicker slide cycle as well as a better gas efficiency. Now, having it not on the slide also doesn't add additional stress or shock to the optic itself. Let's talk about the 5 cons and 5 disadvantages of the MP17 kit. Number 1. My biggest con, as well as everyone's number 1 concern, is that the kit itself is 3D printed. This really deters me from bringing it to an airsoft game in fear that it would crack upon an impact of a BB hit. Now I understand it's made of some high quality 3D printed construction, but being a system as such, I would bring it mostly to CQB games, which means taking hits very up close, and it would seriously worry me to take a hit on this kit that close. So I'm no expert on 3D constructions, but maybe an expert can attest to this.
Bang.
Number 2. The stock itself could not lock into place when deployed against gravity. An example would be this. Now that would mean that I had to have my weekend ready when I'm deploying the stock so I could furthermore lock it into place. Otherwise, I would have to actually raise the gun upwards in order to have gravity assist me with locking the stock. And that would be our second disadvantage. Number 3. The slide release and the safety controls aren't very accessible with one hand. They are also blocked by the support bars as well as the stock brace itself. So I had to actually use my weak hand to assist me with operating these, making it quite inefficient and quite inoperable with one hand only. So just a quick update. Initially, we couldn't reach the slide release when the slide is locked back. So one of the methods was to can the pistol and power stroke it. So with the addition of the charging handle, this made it so much more convenient as we could just rack it as such without having to cant it even. Now, with the problem is that sometimes when you slam the magazine in, the slide actually goes forward, and by racking it the second time, you would double feed a second round into the gun. So that was one of the issues that we realized. So the charging handle is a bonus, but it could cause some double feeding. Number 4. The backup magazine is held by a retention system that does not have a mag release and is essentially held by friction itself. Now this forces the user to rip out the backup magazine by force, causing a huge jerking motion which slows down the entire reload process. This also wears out the retention system much quicker and may cause further issues down the line with retaining that backup magazine. Number 5. Lastly, I did not like the optic mount too much as it only offered pistol optic mounting options and it was positioned a little bit too low for my liking, which meant I could not use it effectively under night vision as well. That being said, as you guys can see, it was easily solved with a custom Picatinny mount. As a final verdict to close this video, I would really have to say that I initially hated the P320 platform. I thought the pistol looked rather hideous and it also shared the same high bore axis as the P226, which I'm not really fond of. That being said, the modularity of the pistol as well as the aftermarkets that have arisen over the years have made me grown to like this platform more and more. The MP17 kit, however, really sealed the deal for me. I've been really excited when I first saw this being launched. That's really something. Almost for words. It was lucky that the VFC M17 was not a letdown to the system as well. In short, I'm very impressed by the MP17 replica kit, and it is easily one of my top favorite Airsoft replicas to date. Having seen all the redundant and non-innovative Airsoft replicas roll out year after year, the MP17 kit and VFC stick combo is a very pleasing addition to the Airsoft market, as well as to anyone's collection. I really hope that TMC or someone else might make a version 2, which is known as the Flux Raider, and that really addresses a lot of the disadvantages that I've talked about in this particular video. Now, until then, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is Nonocat, that's Thunderspear, we'll see you in the next one.
I wanna taste the pain. I think I'm seeing all red. 2 bullets in the gun, 1 shot to the head. I need a blank space. 'Cause everything is a threat. But I never back down, man. I'd rather be dead. I'm making love to fate. And she look better in bed. And I'ma rock this life till I take my last breath. I wanna make a change. I got 1 life left, so I'm gonna go down swinging. Don't you forget. Everything is so boring. Can't get up in the morning. I'm so sick of the mundane and routine. I'm gonna break without warning.
Very fancy.